Today, I have an interesting subject to talk. Let's recall when I was a kid, I was influenced by this kid did toys review. Now, an idea crossed my mind when I was watching this YouTuber. What if I learned English until I was able to understand what he was saying and until I could speak English? After a couple of days, I studied and studied, taking lessons after lessons, classes and classes, until one day I was able to understand what he's saying and was able to use English in a daily basis. Now, a couple of years went by, I started to watch a new thing, and it's anime. And the same idea went across my mind. What if I learned Japanese? Until I was fluent in Japanese and I could speak Japanese. To this day, I'm still taking lessons and lessons because I'm still not fluent at it. But after all this reflections, I realize how interesting languages are in a different country. What I mean by interesting is that their symbols, their way of expressing things, their way of communicating. But not just languages that I just realized that I was learning. I was learning about their cultures too. And that alone is already really difficult, I would say, to understand and memorize everything about cultures. Now, I remember that I was watching a a video about a man who was having fun in his, where was he? I forgot. I think it was in Antarctica. He was having fun. He was having the greatest moments of his life, and he recorded everything in there. And I remember when I was in Japan, I saw multiple people doing their daily routines, their workflow, their breakfast, what they eat, and what time they sleep at. Now, all of this, we as a world are still divided. What I mean by divided is like you're still not connected. And we are still misunderstood. There's still a lot of fears between us. There is misinformation about us. And it still scares us till this day. Why? Because with all of this going on, it's that a new subject arises, and that is called culture. As a new subject arises, there is another problem that arises, and that is understanding each other. Now, wait, connecting with other cultures is difficult, I would say. If you don't do it correctly or fit in correctly, it could cause a lot of confusion and aggression. Such as, I'm gonna say it again. When I was in Japan, I saw uh, a man who didn't know Japanese culture, such as he was playing loud music in the subway. And clearly, if you guys know Japan, they are really peaceful and quiet. And what's funny is I saw everything happening and how he got reported to the authority. And after that, if you guys look at Google right now, is that's the reason why Japan is banning most tourists in some spots. Now, every culture has its own traditions, stories, and ways of connecting. After all of this, it comes up with a new idea. It's that differences are not wrong. Am I right? Right. Okay. Good. It means humanity. It means years upon years, people surviving in their own ways till this day. And now I want you to think about it. When was the last time you seen by someone, truly seen by someone who asked about your tradition, someone asked about your story, someone asked about your truth? Now, imagine if we did all of that to each other. If we asked questions such as, what's important to you in your culture? What brings you happiness? What is respect from where you're from? That curiosity builds real friendship and connection, not just normal connections. A connection that is built up, supported by understanding and respect. Now, how can we start making these connections? First, we can ask questions, not challenging type questions. It's a question that we can, it's a question to make us understand them more. Second, we can listen to music from other languages, such as, I don't know, what have languages that you've got? Japanese, you can listen to Japanese music, Korean music, German music, Russian music, you name it, you name it. Yeah. Watch, yeah. And then third, you can watch films from another country, such as, I don't know, Hollywood movies, uh, Japanese movies. Yeah, and then you can read books, but like reading books, you have to like understand their language first. So I recommend the first two choices. And after all of this, what I mean that the point is not to understand everything and to memorize everything. It's for us to understand that difference is not wrong. Like I said, it is not a flaw to be corrected. It isn't a threat to be feared. It's humanity. It's what brings us uniqueness, uh, understanding. It's a key to strength. What I mean by strength is like it's a key to unlocking true understandings and unity. And I think I said what I could say. Thank you for listening to my talk. My name is Gabriel Arkan Mayudi. Thank you.